Hello, I'm Priscilla Archangel, and my leadership insight for you today is good leaders follow the right instinct. I'd like to share a story with you about Kelly. Kelly is stressed. He and his team are on a really tight deadline to bring a project to market that could significantly boost the company's revenues for the fiscal year. Now, the handoff from the development team to his team was delayed due to some technical issues, and the whole project is now backed up. The pressure's intense as the executive committee now is waiting for weekly progress reports to ensure that their promises to the prospective clients and the shareholders will indeed be met. And at the same time, Kelly is exasperated with his team because of several errors that they've made, along with their pushback on part of the strategy that they had previously agreed upon. It's even reached the point that this morning he just blew up and let him have it. Now, his words in the brief team meeting were really partly controlled anger and partly controlled manipulation, but he really wanted to make a point and motivate them to stay sharp and move quicker, and to really understand the pressure that he's experiencing. But what Kelly neglected to realize was that it drove them farther into the perception of being disrespected and exasperated, and it widened the emotional gulf between them. So you see, they saw Kelly as being part of the problem. No one wanted to work for him, and they certainly didn't feel like putting forth their best effort. Both parties blamed each other, and they were caught in a behavioral loop that was really spiraling out of control. And the more Kelly pushed, the more they resisted. Now, Kelly is not completely emotionally unintelligent. And as he drove into work, thinking about what he was going to say to the team this morning, he thought about taking a softer approach. He thought about communicating that he believed in their ability to complete the project on time and under budget. He thought about complimenting some of them for resolving some particularly thorny issues, and he recognized that they had put in lots of hours. But in the middle of all that, he got a call from the CFO, raging about the need to get the job done and get it done quickly to avoid a financially negative impact. So, what did Kelly do wrong? He created a negative narrative in his mind where he saw himself as a victim of everyone else's shortcomings. So he temporarily absolved himself of the responsibility for correcting his own failures. And this was the wrong instinct, because it left him with no viable relationships to partner with others to get ahead. Kelly had an instinct to do the right thing, but he neglected to make a commitment to nurture and to follow it. Here are 3 ways to do that. First, put relationships before tasks. Get to know each person individually, understand their beliefs and values, their strengths, their development needs, and let them get to know you. This builds mutual trust and respect and becomes the grease that gets things done quickly later. 2, know what motivates your team and what's important to them. Some people need to feel that their ideas are being heard. Some people need to know that their expertise is being recognized. Some people want to participate in developing the strategy, but know them and let them play their positions. And number 3, don't try to change others. Instead, change yourself. Don't operate from the premise that something is wrong with them, but focus on changing what's wrong with our own thinking and behavior. We can then exhibit greater respect for others and create a shift in the relationship. Finally, the right instinct is often present, but sometimes pushed away and muted because it feels unimportant based upon the challenges we face. But when we learn to pause and listen to that voice, we build positive interactions to support meeting our goals. So follow your right instinct. And thanks for listening.